Combat mission Red Thunder today with the mission Dead of Night, the smallest map available in the base game, which sees German 2nd Zerg conducting a fighting patrol into enemy-held territory in the dead of night. The mission was quick, 30 minutes give or take, and the complete lack of visibility meant we were constantly right on top of the Russians before either side noticed the other. Nice mission for getting to grips with how zero visibility plays out in the game engine. The date is 22nd of July 1944, and we will be starting our patrol at 22:15 hours. Ahead of us is a railroad cutting our sector of the front in half, with a high ground extending out on both sides. On the right, a previous patrol has marked a potential minefield, while on the left, several wire obstacles will impede movement. In the distance lies our objective, the Granger's hut, where we believe the Russians are operating their defense for this sector from. We will be patrolling in depth to attack this objective and then pull back behind our line. Various touch objectives are scattered all over the map, including the Granger's hut. Our small force consists of an understrength platoon with limited 81mm off-map mortar support. The Russians, we believe, are understrength, but will not give way easily. They are determined to hold the high ground. So this is our small force. We've got an HQ element consisting out of 3 pixel weapon, followed by 3 individual squads, more or less similarly armed, with the leaders with MP40s and some MG42s in the squads as well. On this map we can see all the landmarks. The Ganger's hut is in the top right hand corner and we'll be starting in the bottom left. Things to bear in mind are the minefields over here marked. Objectives are high ground on the right, crossroads on the left, and the cutting down the middle, which is the bombed out part of the railroad. Our strategy is going to be to keep our entire platoon together. We don't want to split them up. We're going to sneak the whole platoon past the minefield while keeping an eye on the left, and then once we've passed the minefield, we will start splitting the platoon up into various elements, take the high ground objective, and then swerve around and attack the Ganger's hut. If that all works out and we come under too much fire, we will immediately withdraw. But if it plays out, we can move around the left here, go for the crossroads on our way back behind our line. So we'll start off by giving everybody a hunt command, because I really don't know what we're walking into here. Pitch black and raining. We want to try and sneak between the railroad and the minefield on the right while not bunching up. Everybody's just taking it slowly and carefully. Be quiet on the eastern front. So we're within range of the first touch objective, the cutting. They're in the middle with the destroyed railroad. Just passing the minefield there. Still no Russians. Bit of contacts here and there, which look like vehicles. The cutting objective was relatively easy, no one guarding it. On the right, Third Zerg is exploring one of those vehicle icons, and there it is, an abandoned Russian vehicle. Second Zerg finds himself within foxholes and only notices at the last second. At this point, I'm quite concerned that we're walking on top of things before we even see what's happening. Taking the second objective, the high ground on the right-hand side. And we keep moving forward. No contacts yet. I keep utilizing the hunt command. I just want to make sure if anything wakes up, everybody just drops and returns fire. The ganger's hut is within reach, just down the end of the railroad there. Second squad manages to walk straight into a Russian trench line and take a casualty. But we get the upper hand quickly with first and third squad returning fire. Next command is for third squad to assault that trench line. But while on the way there, to the left of us, behind us, a Russian machine gun team opens fire. But we managed to deal with that in short order. Our three squads are nicely spaced out and able to support one another. Just clearing the last Russian out of that trench on the right. In the meantime, HQ hanging back near the railroad finds two Russians on the opposite bank and manages to take care of them. This squad is taking pot shots from the ganger's hut, and there's a little culprit with his PPS. First squad gets the order to target the building, while second squad is going to move up on the right and try and get into a flanking position. I'm anticipating quite stiff Russian resistance from the ganger's hut. Visibility is really not helping. There's some foxholes with the Russians right in front of the building. Because we're facing him from three sides, though, we do manage to put a lot of fire back onto him. He seems quite determined, though, to hold those foxholes. It takes quite a while to get the better of him. Once we do get the better of him, I decide it's time for third squad to move up. Since we do have good flanking positions on the right-hand side, providing cover fire. So now we're just closing in on the ganger's hut from essentially two sides. At this point we secured the ganger's hut objective. Now all that remains is to clear the building and the remaining two rooms to make sure there's no remaining Russians in there. And then the big turnaround where we start moving the whole platoon back. Command HQ will move along the railroad while the other three squads essentially will move on the right. We're just going to feel out whether it's worth trying to go for the last objective. Again, I keep being surprised by essentially how little Russian resistance there is on this front. But we keep using the hunt command. We don't want to run into any ambushes. This is HQ element running across the cutting, the middle of the railroad there. And lo and behold, there's a lonely Russian. Someone pops his head out, and he's taken care of. Slowly making our way towards the last objective on the left side there. So quiet thus far that I decide that I will move my teams and try and reach that last objective right in the corner there. So we just hunt command forward with 2 of the squads. And that is the last objective secured. Now everybody's just going to turn tail and head back to the other side of the map. Nice and easy. We lost 1 or 2, maybe 3 pixel tripping, I'd guess, but generally quite successful. So there we have it, German army minor victory. We failed on some other objective there. We actually had 4 men killed, 1 more than I guessed. Generally a good outcome. On the map review at the end, I just had a quick look at how many Russians remained. So there was 2 in that trench over there. And there was some foxholes right behind the building, which we walked straight past.